So hello Aquarius and welcome back to Divine Rebel. My name is Racy and I'm going to be doing the reading for you today. It is for May 2019 and it is a general reading, so take it as it resonates. Always remember energies are fluid, gender's fluid, and roles could be reversed, so take it however it makes sense for you. My personal disclaimer is that I do use profanity and talk about adult things on the channel, so if you have children around or just don't appreciate that language, respectfully you can click off now. Okay, so Aquarius, what is going on with you for May 2019? I'm using my vice versa tarot. What is going on, Aqua, for May 2019? What else is going on? Okay. So, you're facing your shadows, Aqua. Full blown facing your own shadow self right now. And it's over the masculine energy. All right, the divine masculine energy is the underlying energy of the deck. Okay, so this is wanting to maintain control, wanting to maintain authority, to dictate with life, and the universe is like not giving you your way and forcing you to face your triggers. Okay, so with that said, with May's energy, a cycle recently closed, and it closed with a sting. Okay, to where it might not necessarily, like you might have not gotten closure the way you wanted. It might feel over, but not quite over. And there's kind of, I'm getting like this kind of a sting energy to it. And you're moving forward, you know, with the Eight of Cups, you're moving away from what's not making the cut, you know, emotionally. You know, it doesn't matter how many cups you have. If it's not the Two of Cups, if it's not a real soulmate connection, if it's not fulfilling, you're just walking away from it. You know, if something closed with a sting and it wasn't everything you thought it was going to end up, like you're moving forward. You know, you're choosing your battles, you know, and if your head is winning this one out because your heart took a beating, like you're just moving forward. You know, you're moving forward. This is not a battle that you want to keep fighting. This battle's over. You know, it was a hard fought battle of the mind. You know, this is where there's a sacrifice made, like there's a win, but it's almost like an empty victory, or it's a win at the cost of somebody else's loss, you know, somebody else's hurt. So, you know, it didn't end on a great note. And right now, you know, by the time you're getting through towards the end of May, it was 3:33 on the clock. You're really, you know, with the Hermit card in this facing way, and it was flashing this way, and it just so happened to flip before it hit the floor, like it feathered over. So, you know, you've been doing some healing stuff, and I feel like you're finally looking at the future. You know, we have the dogs here, which is what's on the moon, right? So come the end of May, you can see we got the moon here, and we got the dogs here. You know, it's you really coming out of this, you know, this shadow period where you're facing yourself and the things that you needed to do in order to become more stable, in order to heal yourself, you know, and get through this period. You know, this is walking away and maybe accepting a loss and that it's not how you wanted, but it's the only way to move forward. You know, because we do have the Death card in the reverse, and you can see it's just like the Moon card. It has the Twin Towers, but instead of the moon, now it's a sun. So this whole process, Aquarius, is to truly bring you into and highlight your divine feminine energy within. You know, if the masculine energy, the control is what is healing, the divine feminine energy is the flow and the faith. Allowing your authentic path with the sun to let that new dawn happen, right? He's looking at the sun and there it goes. And this comes after facing yourself, the ego death. This is transforming everything you thought you knew, the way you were, the way you perceived things, believed things, treated people, projected outwards of people. Like all of that is transforming over the month of May. And it's going to bring with it a lot of, you know, releasing of mental prisons and anxieties and sleepless nights and, you know, listening to your dreams and what they're triggering to heal in you. You know this. If you're getting messages in dreams, if you're waking up triggered, don't look at what is in the dream, who is in the dream. Look at the feelings that you're picking up in the dream. 555. Look at the feelings you're picking up on the dream in order to change positively your reality. Okay, it's not about who is doing what in the dream or manipulating or fucking over or running away or chasing who or whatever. None of the who's and the where's matter. It's the feeling. It's the sensing. Okay? Because dream state, the messages we get in dream state, it could be truth and it can be completely fabricated in order to trigger for the truth to come up and heal. So, you know, pay attention to your dreams and what they're trying to teach you. What you can learn reflecting on the dream about yourself from within, you know, your own mental state, getting an idea of what's going on in your subconscious and unconscious levels, healing through these, you know, imprisonment states of the mind, you know, healing through the shadow and coming back into your power. You know, when you surrender to your divine feminine energy, that is flow, that is faith, you realize how much more in control the universe starts to be for you. You know, it doesn't feel like everything's about to spin out. It feels like everything is falling into place. You know, it's more under control when you accept and release the need to micromanage how things are unfolding, you know, or the way or how people respond. Like you can't micromanage everything. You can't control every detail of the universe. You know what I mean, Aqua? And it's easy to get lost in the mind space. You know, Aquarius is a very mental sign. They're a very expansive sign. They look at the biggest picture and they get lost in the details. So listen, fuck your details. Look at the bigger picture. Look at the greater lesson and the greater scheme of things and use that to your advantage. Do not get lost in the details this month, okay? In the mental details. Do not swamp yourself. It is very simple. The universe is simple. The lessons are simple. All right, if you're facing your triggers, keep it simple, okay? Keep it simple. Chakra Insight Oracle. So with this energy, what is the universe focused on with you for May in your healing so that by the time May is through, you will have gotten through this and healed this aspect of self? What is the universe focusing on in your healing, Aquarius? Use this card. Yeah. The heart chakra. Love. Love. Kindness, benevolence, sharing and receiving. It's giving and receiving. It's equal flow energy. This is self-love. This is a loyalty to the self. This is knowing what you're capable of giving, what you bring to the table, and what you deserve to get back, and not settling for less than an equal exchange. Forgiving those that don't understand how to receive, because if they received your love for what it is, they'd want to reciprocate it. Someone who takes and can't give back, it's because they don't know how to receive love. They don't know how to receive it for what it is. And if they're having a hard time giving love, it's because they don't know how. They don't know how. And you say, well, of course they do. Be like, yeah, but it's different getting over the mental game. Like people could say that, well, this is how you love me. But getting over the mental game in order to do that, you know, sometimes it stops people. They just don't know, you know, and it has a lot to do with the way they grew up and how they witnessed relationships. And same to you, you know, This is about breaking out of maybe familiar patterns that always end up stinging at the end. You know, relationships or situations that always end up closing with a sting, and not wanting to be in those battles anymore, not wanting to feel like there's always a loss or a sacrifice at the end. You know, every time you move on, there's always a loss. You know, and this is about healing that. This is about going within, about facing your shadows, about coming into your light, about trusting the flow more, you know, and getting out of this mentally trapped nightmare of a state that you put yourself in your relationships. You know, this is healing the heart chakra, being loyal to the self, knowing your value, knowing your worth, knowing what you're capable of giving, and what you're capable and deserving of receiving. Don't get it twisted. All right. So if you guys want more insight throughout the month of May, week by week, on how this is, you know, going to unfold, you can find me on Facebook at Divine Rebel Readings. All of my information is in the description. I hope this helps you out, Aquarius, as far as getting through your month. I'm here for you. Much love always. Until next time, guys. Love each other, and most importantly, love yourselves. Bye.